Hello everyone. Embrace the iExamB learning experience with iExamB courses which help you prepare 50% faster for the government job competitive exams. I am Prachi Agarwal, the finance faculty with more than 15 years of experience in the finance space. And in continuation of my videos where I was discussing the past year questions for SEBI Grade A General, this is part 2 of the video where I am discussing the costing questions. So let's continue to discuss them. Recapitulating the questions that had come from the costing subject, there were 9 questions in phase 1 of 2022, 6 questions in phase 2 consisting of 3 from numericals and 3 conceptual. In 2020 phase 1, there were 3 questions, out of which 1 was numerical, 2 conceptual, and in 2020 phase 2 exam, there were 6 questions again with 3 numerical and 3 conceptual. As I have discussed, the phase 1 and 2 2022 questions in part 1 of this video. In this particular video, I am going to discuss the 2020 phase 1 and phase 2 questions of the costing subject. If you are still unaware about the exam pattern, please watch my video where I have explained in detail the exam pattern for SEBI Grade A exam. I've also discussed in detail the syllabus for paper 2, which consists of these subjects including costing, and the weightage and the importance of each of the 6 subjects that are included in paper 2, and also what numericals are included and what topics to cover. If you are looking for past year questions for the entire phase 1 and 2 and paper 1 and 2, you will be able to find that easily free of cost at iExamB website under previous year papers, for not just SEBI but for various other exams including SEBI for phase 1, phase 2, paper 1 and paper 2 both. The video discussions for each of these subjects are also live and available on our YouTube channel, which you will find the link in the description box. From this website, this previous year paper, you can also download the PDF for further revision and understanding. So let's start with the questions for costing for 2020. Let's start with the first question. This was a numerical where they had asked you to calculate the PV ratio. Now PV ratio is a part of the break-even analysis, right? And this topic, as I have stated again and again, is a very recurring topic from the numerical point of view. PV stands for profit and volume. In marginal costing, this is denoted by contribution and volume is given by sales. As such, this is also known as the contribution ratio. Less famously, but more frequently it is called the PV ratio, right? Now simply we know what the contribution is, which is 40,000, and we know what the sales is, which is 2 lakh. As such, this was a very simple and direct question in which you only had to put in this formula and you would have got the answer as 20%. So the correct answer is A, 20%. Moving to the next question. Just in time is a or an what of the following? Inventory management tool, scheduling tool, planning tool, controlling tool, or none of the above? The correct answer here is it is an inventory management tool. In my last part 1 video, we had seen a lot of questions had come in 2022 related to lean manufacturing systems. And in that, we had come across just in time also, which is an inventory management tool to reduce wastages and time spent and money spent in holding inventory. Moving ahead, in processing, which of the following is the most important? Is it the input? Is it the output? Is it the process? Or the feedback and control? Or none of the given options? The correct answer here is D. In the processing, feedback and control is very important because it helps to understand if your processing process, which includes your input, process and output, is working as per the budget and the plan and has enough to ensure a lean manufacturing system and processes. So feedback and control forms a very important part in processing. Such understanding and discussions is very, very important, and at iExamB we understand it is very important to have that competitive edge, and therefore our courses focus on unfolding your potential and help you prepare 50% faster. You can always check out the demo on our website for any of the courses that you are looking for, or any other exam information that you are looking for. Let's move ahead with the further questions. This was a numerical question again related to break-even analysis. So you can see the frequency with which the break-even analysis has been asked in various exams over the time, right? So let's look at this question. Here we have been asked the break-even analysis in unit forms. Now, finding the break-even in sales form, there is one very, very important formula that can be used, where break-even point is equal to your fixed cost divided by your PV ratio, right? So your fixed costs are 60,000 and your PV ratio is 40%. Okay, so this gives you 1,50,000. Now this is in rupees term, so your break even point is in rupee term, but your break even point can also be found in the units term, right? So here the options are in units term, so we will convert this into units. So it is 1,50,000, but we know that the sale price of each of the unit is 40, so we divide it by 40 and we get 3750. So our answer is C, 3750. Moving to the next question. This is also a numerical question that was asked. The fixed cost of rupees 87,000 and the output of 162,500 units. So 1,62,500 units have been prepared and a fixed cost of 87,000 has been incurred. This was in line with the budget of the company. However, the overall expense deviation was 18,000, leading to actual expenses of rupees 3 lakh. Okay, what is the budgeted variable cost? Now we have to find the budgeted variable cost. We had to spend 87,000 as fixed cost, which we have done correctly for the output of 1,62,500 units, but there was a deviation where we ended up spending 18,000 extra and actual expenses were 3 lakh. So to find the variable cost, we'll have to see what was budgeted as variable cost. So my actual budgeted total cost was 3 lakh minus 18,000, right? So my budgeted actual cost was 2,82,000, right? Now in this I know my fixed cost is 87,000, right? Therefore my variable cost is 2,82,000 minus 87,000, which is 1,95,000, right? Now I have to find this variable cost per unit. Now how many units have I made? 1,62,500. So I will divide 1,95,000 by 1,62,500 units, which will give me 1.2 per unit variable cost. So your correct answer is B over here. I hope you're understanding how we have proceeded with the calculation. Next question. If 8,000 units are introduced in a process and normal loss is 5%, closing work in progress is 1,000, which is 60% complete. So actually work in progress, how much work has been done? 60%. Okay, so worth 600 units work has been done and 66 units were transferred to the next process. What is the equivalent production, right? So what we have transferred is 6,600 plus work in progress work has also been done. So it was a simple calculation of 7,200 equivalent production has been done during this period. Moving to the next question, which of the following is a technique of inventory management? Okay, now FIFO and LIFO are methods of inventory dispersal methods, techniques. Okay, Six Sigma is a lean systems or lean manufacturing technique. ABC analysis is a technique of inventory management. Okay, so the correct answer over here is A, ABC analysis. Next question. MRP 2. MRP 2 is a type of what? It is a production scheduling technique, inventory analysis technique, standard costing technique, marginal costing technique, or none of the above. The correct answer over here is A. It is a production scheduling technique. So MRP 2, it's the computer based system which can create detailed production schedules, okay, as per the real time data related to the components, material, and what is the machine and labor availability, right? So it matches and therefore helps in production scheduling. Before this there was MRP 1. Okay, this MRP 1 used to help in material requirement planning. Okay, so as a part of a inventory, but related to material, raw material, what is the requirement, right? So MRP 1 was focused on the material requirement, and MRP 2 has been focused on production scheduling, where you're matching the material with the availability of labor and machine in the company. Okay, together. Now this used to be initially done, now everything has been merged with ERP, enterprise resource planning, which is further resource planning techniques that are used now. Next question. Over and under absorption of overheads due to normal factor is treated in which of the following ways? Okay, so if there has been over or under absorption of overheads, that means whatever the overhead expense was, that has been either more absorbed by the number of units that have been produced, or is less than what has been absorbed by the units that have been produced. So what is done to make it correct? Okay, so the answer here is C, to apply a supplementary rate. Okay, what happens is, in a supplementary rate, what you do is you determine whatever as the under or over absorption that has happened, you divide it by the actual absorption rate to then align and address it in the expenses and profit and loss to get the right kind of information related to the overhead expenses being absorbed by the production inventory, right? So that is how this treatment is done. So these were the questions in 2020 related to costing. As you can see, the numericals are very, very basic, and they revolve mostly around marginal costing or break-even analysis, and your conceptual questions that come are related to various terminologies used in the lean manufacturing systems or related to cost. So these are some areas that you should definitely focus on. If you are scared about costing, please do visit our website. CA Pratik sir is the faculty who teaches in a very, very lucid and easy manner all these subjects of accounts and costing at iExamB. So thanks everybody, that's all. Please prepare 50% faster with iExamB. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you're always aware about the upcoming videos on our channel. Thank you.